Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gold Prospecting at Home. This is the extended version of episode 9. This was my Panmure Gold or Prestige Minerals episode. And this was filmed back in February 2018, quite a bit before I finally figured out the number one rule of purchasing gold pay dirt, which of course is never buy a gold pay dirt unless there's a guaranteed minimum amount of gold in the description of that pay dirt. In this video, you'll see that I'm kind of surprised about the small... Well, you know what? I'm just going to let you guys... I'm going to be popping in and out of the video with commentary anyway. So instead of talking over it, we can get to the video. But before we do, I'm going to give a big thank you and shout out to a brand new Major Credit Patreon supporter. We have Michael Bricky. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate the support. If anybody else would like to support my show, there is Patreon links and channel membership down below. And anyway, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and let's get to the video. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, we have our pay dirt. It's in a coffee bag. So yeah, this is 1 pound gold pay dirt. I paid $15 for it. And I paid $7.15 for shipping. So my total was $22.15 for this 1 pound bag of gold pay dirt from PanmureGold.com. So let's go ahead and weigh it up in the bag. 16.8 ounces. All right, let's get it into a pan and see what it looks like. Cool. All right, let's chop it open, take a look at it. So as you can see, this bag is pretty good. They shipped it in a flat rate box. There was no bubble wrap or anything, and it's fine. Let's pour it out, see what it looks like. Couple little crumbs stuck in the bottom here. So right here you can see me fiddling with the bag and everything. Normally what I do now is I'll just actually take my razor blade and just cut the bag all apart and spray it off into a separate pan. That way it doesn't make all of my pay dirt wet, and I'm sure to get all of the pay dirt out of those little crevices and ridges and stuff in the bottom of the bag. So it just looks like it looks like we got a good amount of plus 1/4 inch, probably a lot of different sizes in here. It'd be smart to classify this stuff down. However, I'm going to pan this stuff all down just like this, and then once we get to the end towards the black sands at that point, I found it easier to classify it at that point. Alright, so if I was doing this bag today, what I would do is probably classify it now. Now, I do mention that this is very dirty and organic and muddy material, and you don't really want to dry classify that because a lot of the rocks have dirt and mud stuck to it, and if you dry classify, you're not going to be able to clean off all the rocks and separate it correctly. So the correct way to do this would actually be to wet classify, which means wet everything down, classify it, spray water on it, make sure you have the 2 separate classifications, and then dry it out, and then remove the magnetic material, and then pan out your separate classifications, which sounds like a lot, and it kind of is. This might have been just my lazy way of doing it. I still did fine. I still found all the gold because I did check the tailings at the end, but that's kind of like what I'm thinking as I'm watching this. All right, sorry to interrupt. Let's keep watching. Actually, I kind of want to look through here. Maybe we could find a little piece of gold. If we're lucky, not really seeing too much. There's even organic stuff in here. I see little leaves and stuff like that, little branches, pine needles. It's going to be dirty when we first pan it out, so let's take it over to the sink and crusty rusty and start panning it down. Alright, so let's start panning it out, and like I said, my prediction, I think we're going to have a lot of organic stuff, sticks and branches and leaves and things like that. This is going to look like chocolate milk again. And then once we get down to the black sand, or maybe a little bit sooner, we're going to classify. This is my 20 mesh classifier. And here we go. Yeah, see all that organic? That's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. That just tells me that it's been unprocessed. It's a good thing.
We've got some quartz in there that I can see. Another piece of quartz. All right, let's classify it. All right, here's our plus 20. Not very much, but I want to go through the plus 20 first just because there's not a lot of it. And we should easily be able to see if there's any plus 20 gold in here. Get rid of these boulders first by hand. Okay, I don't see any. I don't see any gold at all. That's disappointing. There's some pyrite. A little bit of pyrite right there. You can see a couple more pieces of pyrite in there. It's not gold, it's moving way too fast. Okay, no gold in there. Let's check the minus 20. Okay, here's the minus 20, and just to make things a little bit simpler, I'll go ahead and add a little bit of water. And we're going to use the magnet. Because that magnetite is super heavy and it likes to move with the gold, along with garnets and hematite. So we're going to save ourselves a headache and remove some of that black sand. I'll put it in a separate pan. And do it twice. Because when it's wet, it has a tendency to pick up more than just the black sand. Sometimes it'll grab that gold as well, so we'll go over it twice. All right, there's our magnetite out of the way. All right, let's pan it down and see what we got. I'm seeing a lot of mica in there, which a lot of people sometimes, newer panners, they'll come up to me on the river and ask, hey, is this gold? And because it's shiny, and it's not. It's mica a lot of times. If it shines with or without sunlight, then it's gold. If it only shines in the sun, then it's probably mica.
Okay, so that statement is still kind of true, but also a little misleading. So mica and pyrite are both sometimes confused for gold by new people panning for gold. And I can understand why, because it shines a little bit and it's like, oh cool, something's shining in my pan, it must be gold. However, gold is exactly that. It is gold in color. It's not brown or off gold or shiny at all, really. Gold doesn't shine. Gold is just yellow, whether it's in the sun or in the shadows. However, mica and pyrite, they both will shine. If you turn them a certain way, the sun will actually glare off of it. And if you see that, then it's not gold. So just wanted to clear that up.
Okay, we're getting down to the end. Got to be real gentle here. Bring it back, tilt it forward, wash off the top layer. See, it's unmistakable. See that little piece floating around? That means I don't have enough Jet Dry or dish soap in there. Is it stuck to my finger? Where'd it go? See all that gold floating away? Now check this out. I'll take 1 drop of dish soap. The surface tension of the water just split and pushed everything off to the side, but it won't float anymore. So I gotta do this over again, and we shouldn't have that problem again. A couple taps will bring it up. The rest of this stuff we can wash clean out of the pan here. Just go like this, off to the opposite side of the pan. Make sure there's no gold in there. Time to dry it out and see what it's worth. Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot, and it's not. Is it worth $22.15? Absolutely not. But, you know, these pay dirt companies, these businesses, well, that's exactly what they are. They're a business. They have to make business. They have to make a profit, and they make money by selling dirt to people that don't have access to gold in their rivers. So, yeah, that's how they make their money. But there are other options, like if you've seen on my channel, scraping sidewalk cracks and finding diamonds and gold, going to Home Depot and buying some bags of sand and trying to pan it down. Yeah, you're not guaranteed gold, but you might find a couple flakes. And it's the same thing, same process. You get your material, you pan it down just like this, and sometimes you get some gold. So let's go over and weigh it up. 0.035. All right, let's see what that's worth. All right, here we go. So we have 0.035 grams of about 18 karat purity of the gold. So we have $1.12 out of $22.15 that I paid. So again, remember guys, this is for entertainment. You're never gonna find a pay dirt where you're gonna actually profit from it. That wouldn't make any sense. And you know, from a business standpoint, why would anybody give you more gold than what you paid for it? I could understand maybe once in a great bonus bag or something like that. This was one of the worst bags I got, actually. So yeah, let me know if you've ever tried them. Let me know if you like any other gold pay dirts that you'd like me to review that I haven't already. Before you suggest anything in the comments, check my other videos. Make sure I haven't already done it. I've already done a bunch of them. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
If you're still here, you're one of the 42% that haven't left, so thanks so much. And also, big thanks to all my Patreon supporters and channel members scrolling on this side. And also, if you're really interested in this channel and you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and check out these other videos linked here. They're also very relevant to what you just watched. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.